I want to talk to you guys about overdoing social media. Okay, I realized that I was doing this. I realized that a lot of people are doing it, but after taking a month off of social media and having just a real soul searching moment with myself to think about what is going on. Like, girl, what are you trying to do on social media? Hi guys, thank you so much for watching The Social Life, the place to be for entrepreneurs with a purpose who are unleashing their something amazing while managing it all. I always have told you guys that I think it is extremely important to truly have a purpose for whatever platform you're on. You don't need to be on every single platform out there, but you should have a purpose for every single platform. So over this month that I've been off of Instagram and kind of social media as a whole, I was kind of dabbling with Twitter a little bit and just kind of seeing what it's all about and if I'm gonna like it or not. And I know I've talked about joining Twitter before, but you know what? Twitter's kind of my jam. I'm kind of really liking it. So I'm thinking that I'm going to spend more time over there. And I want to explain to you why I've gotten to that point. And I have a couple of things that I want to talk to you about, the different platforms that you should have for your business and why. So my first platform that I think you should have for your business is the business building platform. Now, this business building platform is the search focused platform. You guys know that I talk about this a lot. When you have a search focused platform, you're putting out a lot of content, right? So when you put something out, you want people to see it. You want people to be able to find it years from now. And the only way that you can find that is if you're on a search engine platform. That's why the search engine is so important for any of your business focused content. So anything that you're putting out that is information that could be considered evergreen information or something that you want a lot of other people to find out about needs to be on a search engine platform, which is the reason that I use YouTube. YouTube is a search engine and it's like the second largest right after Google. So here's the deal. You need to either be on Google, which is a blog on your website where you can just write information on your website and then it's indexed into Google, and then Google will put it out for anyone to find when they search for whatever it is that you wrote about. Second largest search engine platform that's out there is YouTube. Now, if you are much more of a person who likes to talk, and you guys know I talk about this a lot because I did a whole series on YouTube, I think YouTube is great for a lot of people who just like to talk. And maybe you're not the best writer like myself. So YouTube is great because it's a search engine platform that really focuses on audio-visual learning and speaking and all of that. And then it gets indexed by Google if you put it onto your website and say you do transcripts or anything like that, use the captions, whatever. So we've got Google and we've got YouTube. The next one is Pinterest. Pinterest is great because everybody loves Pinterest. We all are on there for so many different things, but Pinterest, you may not have known, is a search engine as well. And because it's a search engine, you can get double the work out of putting your posts from Google or your posts from YouTube onto Pinterest. The last one I'm going to talk about is podcasts, because podcast is relatively new. So podcasts are not in and of themselves a search engine like YouTube might be or Google. But you can search for podcast episodes and the different types of podcasts out there on Listen Notes, which is a search engine platform for you as a podcaster. Now, I don't know enough about podcasts, so you guys, if I'm getting that wrong or there's a new search engine that's out as of late that I didn't know about, please drop that in the comments because that's just something I just don't know. But I do know that podcasts can be used as searchable content, and that is the whole point. For your business, any content that you're putting out needs to be searchable. So when you're putting out content on, say, Instagram or even Twitter, which Twitter is probably a little bit better, but if you're putting out content on those platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all of those places, those are not search engines. And so people may not be able to find your information because depending on how it's indexed, whether through dates or hashtags or @ symbols or however they're indexed, they are not search engines. And that's my point. So you want to make sure that your first platform that you focus on is asking yourself where your customers are and what your your main mode of communication is, and then what platform is best suited for you. So if most of your people are, older and maybe they don't watch YouTube, but they do read a lot, then you'll want to really focus your information on a blog. Or maybe you talk to commuters and they don't have time to sit and watch YouTube or to read Google, then you might want to focus on a podcast. And if you're talking to moms, then you'll want to do one of these 3 platforms in addition to Pinterest. So you want to really focus your efforts on, if you're trying to make sales, you're trying to make conversions, you're trying to really find your customers, and you want them to be able to search for your information, you want to use a search engine platform for your business. You should not be building your business on just Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other social media, Snapchat, anything like that. You should really be focused on a search engine platform. And just to wrap up this part, those search engines are YouTube, Google, Pinterest, and Listen Notes for podcasts. So moving on to the second type of platform that you should have in your wheelhouse for social media marketing, you should have a community building platform that you use to create a community. Now, a community building platform just means that you're able to talk to these people again and again, and they're able to join your community, whatever that is. So community platforms would be something like Facebook groups, which is something that I have, and people can join by signing up for my newsletter, and then they get the invitation, and then they can join the group. Now, you can set up something either on Facebook groups or on Twitter chat or your email. Your email is another great place to create a community, although when you have a community, really what I'm talking about is people being able to talk to like-minded people and being able to talk to you. So truly creating your tribe. So you want to choose a community platform where people are able to connect with each other and connect with you in one safe space. So for your community building, really you want to focus on Facebook groups, or you want to focus on Twitter chats where people can talk amongst each other. And again, if you guys know of another community building platform that I may not know of or I did not mention, please leave it down in the comments, because that would actually be really helpful to everyone. And if you are not part of the tribe, please go get your invitation at ashleetate.com. We'd love to have you. I go live in there every Monday just on motivation and things like that for you guys. And I love our tribe. We have an amazing group of people. The next platform that I think you really need in your marketing mix for your business is a personal platform. Now, I went wrong on this, on a personal platform. I have not had a personal platform since I started my business back in, I think, 2016 or 2017. I have not had a personal platform. And you know what is interesting about this is I would easily get burned out. I would feel stifled. I would feel like I couldn't share like personal things going on in my life because I didn't really have a place for that. So what I've come to the conclusion of is transferring out of my business platform for Instagram, as Instagram being my business platform, to making my new business platform Twitter, and then using my Instagram, since I love taking photos of my family. I love sharing what we're doing every day. I love sharing what I'm into, all of those types of things, and using that Instagram as my personal platform, having fun, talking about all the things I love, which also sometimes includes business, but that not being my main focus there. And using Twitter as my business focus, and leaving quotes and telling how I feel about different business things and just giving motivation, and doing more of the business side of things on Twitter, and a little bit of personal, and doing more personal on Instagram and a little bit of business. So it really is important to understand why you're using this platform and who the platform is for. Now, although I have a lot of customers that are on Instagram, what I'll be doing on my Instagram is I'll be directing them to ask me questions inside of the tribe or to join the tribe. And that's what I'll be really pushing people to do. Like, hey, this is my personal spot. I'm happy that you're here. I'd love to have you follow me, but this is all more personally focused information. And if you want more business focused information, or you want to join others like you, then I want them to go to the tribe, or they can find me on Twitter. So it's up to you to really focus on where you want them to be. The most important thing you can really do for any social media marketing is to have a landing place for anyone who contacts you or wants to connect with you or reads a bio on one of your social media platforms. I direct everyone to my website to sign up to go to the tribe. That's where I mainly connect, is in the tribe. So you guys need to find a place where you're going to be directing people, and that's why I say the community building platform is extremely important. I think right now a lot of people are really focused on community building, and that's great. That's where we should be. That's what we should be doing. I think as as businesses and people who want to connect with our business, we should provide a place for them to do that. Like I said, in the social life, I've got a place for the tribe, but for a Launchpad, really it's just mainly the email list. I don't have a purpose for a tribe. I really just need to give information and help people understand what's going on in the business rather than having a place for them to connect with others. So think about how your business is really set up. You may only need a business building platform and a personal platform, but if you're someone in the middle where you want to connect back and forth with your community outside of a newsletter and you want the community to also connect with each other, then you need a community building platform as well. So anyway, I hope that really helps, but I just want to make sure that I share along my journey as well what's going on and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I hope that truly helps you guys. And if you have any questions about community building platforms, business building platforms, or personal platforms, please join us in the tribe and ask your question there. And like I said, you can grab your invitation at ashleetate.com. We would love to have you. And I look forward to you guys getting out there and unleashing your something amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.